touch on with this call is what are some things that you guys can do now to help finish the month strong, but also set up the month to have really great success in June. And I want to start with a story, because whenever we have holidays like Memorial Day, Megan and I, we just love to think, where were we a year ago? And I looked back this morning in Office in Motion, and 1 year ago, as we ended May, it was our first month hitting integrated regional directors. And thinking back to that, there were a lot of people, coaches around our team now who were brand new at the time, maybe not even senior coach, and some who weren't even coaches on our team at the time. And it was not at that moment, but throughout our time as coaches, we have always made it a commitment to be consistent. And you've seen it all over the shirts, you've seen it all over the web page, making a daily commitment to be consistent. And if you do that, you'll be amazed what happens as you give that time to grow. Whether it's 3 months, 6 months, a year. We've gone from integrated regional in May of last year to integrated national a few months after that, and now global. And if there's one thing that I can say is done it, it's been being consistent. So these steps that I'm going to share today, really good for closing out a month, really good for starting a month, but they're also really good to do regularly, consistently, to help yourselves grow. So take notes, and feel free to ask some questions when we get to the end, and we'll just jump right into it. So I'm gonna share 5 very high leverage actions. So the very first challenge is where are you on program for yourself? We just got done with Memorial Day weekend. We're getting into summer. A lot of us may be on program, off program, and wherever you are in your health journey, take some time, a few minutes today, just to kind of do a reality check. Where am I? What do I need to improve on? And do that without judging yourself, but do it with the intent of, I want to move myself forward today and move myself forward this week. And there's such a powerful thing when we're doing that, when we're acting in integrity, and when we're living out what we're teaching others and helping coaching others through. It's going to put passion and energy behind everything that you're doing. And that's going to come through in all of your communications with your coaches, your clients, and people that are going to be ready to get healthy with you soon. So the next is personal follow-up. So you've heard us say a lot that following up is critical to helping people who have expressed interest, or you started a conversation with, coming to the phone or deciding that they're ready to start program with you now. And there are lots of different ways to follow up, but especially now with people who you may have already had a conversation about health with or done a share with, reach for the phone first. And today, as you guys know, if you get on social media or your email account, you are probably blasted with things all the time. And the one thing that I think that we can offer differently is care that comes in the form of a phone call and leaving a voicemail, letting them hear our voice and knowing that they matter to us. You do that, and you'll be amazed at the response that people give you when they know that you care. And other than the phone, if you're going to reach for social media, Facebook, or texting to do your follow-ups with some people, some of them might be different. Some of them might be that relationship might require you to be subtle and just say, hi, just wanted to reconnect with you again, or commenting on a photo of theirs or something that they did over Memorial Day weekend. And some of them you've had conversations with already, or there's someone who gives you a lot of trust that you can be more direct with. So I'm not going to give you the formula for that, but just know that just think about that person and put yourself in their shoes when you're making that follow-up connection. And then kind of building on that, being present on social media. So again, being consistent is so key, and especially here when you're thinking of going strong and trying to finish the month well, add a little bit to it. It's great to have 3 posts a day. And, a good recipe for this is, and no pun intended with recipe, is offering a healthy recipe once a day, at offering program or the trilogy in some way with a post. It could be a before and after. It could be you sharing part of your own story. And then a photo and a post that just shows the integrated life that you're living. Show something that you like to do, something from the weekend that you really enjoyed, and somehow include in that the importance of making healthy decisions. What healthy decisions did you make during Memorial Day, or if you were at the race or watching the race? And then as well, being present on social media, maybe not more important, but just as important as living your life out loud and sharing with others, is interacting with others. If the only way that people see you on Facebook is what you have to show them, it says something to them about your personality. But if they see you interacting with them, showing that you care with them, by commenting on things that they're doing or messaging them personally, it's gonna show them that this person cares, and do that in a caring way. Again, putting yourself in their shoes. What would I like to hear from this person? What would this person say to me that shows that they care? Another big one. I know a lot of you are doing your maps. That's a really critical tool. And one item on the map is what are your top client candidates? And just go back to that for a second and say, have I reached out to all these people, or all the people who are top client candidates? Have they heard from me at least a couple times this month? Do they know that I care about them? And take a second and just review that and ask yourself what you need to do, and following up with them before you follow up with anyone else. And then lastly, and I'll invite Megan to come off mute if she can. I know she's with the boys, so maybe she can't, but is making a personal Facebook video. And Megan and I, we love to listen to personal development podcasts. We listened to one, Entre Leadership by Dave Ramsey this weekend. And he had a great way to explain how you can connect with people through things like videos and other ways to market and brand yourself. And there's you can do one of three things. You can make them laugh, make them cry, or make them feel like they belong to something and belong to this community. So with that in mind, a few things that you can do if you're posting a video: make it to 60 to 90 seconds, because if you go longer than that, people are going to lose attention very quickly. So you can share your story, share a short list of successes that your clients have had over the past couple weeks or month. Don't mention names, unless that person gives you permission and they'd like to share that, because it might help them in their own journey. Or just share from a personal side what you love, and then give them a call to action that if you want to achieve this kind of help in your life, reach out to me. I'd love to talk and see if there's something that we can do that's a fit. Megan, do you have the chance to hop off and share your own thoughts on video? Because I know you're the master of this.
Yeah, I can try. I got the voice running around. Yeah, so videos, there's something powerful about it. Just like right now, we're all talking. Well, Sean and I are talking, and it's an interaction of some sort. And when people can see your tone, voice, there's power in that. And not just Facebook videos to everyone, but maybe you have somebody that you've been layering on. Maybe it's someone on your team that you already have a client that you need to just reach back out to, and leaving that voicemail and leaving that text only goes so far. But if they can see your face so often, there's power in that. But with what I want to encourage you with videos, as far as sharing that with the general public, those are great to use just to share little health tips on Get Healthy and Thrive. I'm sure you've noticed Leah Gilbert does some really great videos almost weekly, her health tips for that week. And Hannah Schumacher is another great person to follow too. She has some inspiring videos that she posts from time to time, fairly often. But I just encourage you guys right now, if it being end of the month, if you're working towards any goals and you're wanting to assist any more people to get healthy, it's a great time. Be careful, boys. Sorry. It's a great time to to make a post today, and if you wanted to share that you had a scholarship, if that's something that would be, good for you, if where you're at right now for your business, or even just be sharing health and hope, or launching into June. Hey, we're like halfway through the year almost. How has your year been going? Are you feeling great for the summer? Or, hey, this is what I'm up to this summer. What are you up to? There are a lot of different ideas of what you could do with a video, but I think the key is thinking to yourself, how can I use videos as a tool to engage my audience and to bring value to them? So that's all I really got.
Well, awesome, Megan. Thank you. So guys, with that, I don't want to add a whole lot more, because I think that one of the critical parts about taking action is not being overwhelmed with too much to do. So if you take those 5 thoughts and put those into action today through the beginning of the month, and consistently doing that, it's going to help your business grow, and you're going to wrap up May really well, get June off to a great start, and have a great summer. So Paul, I'm going to pass the ball back to you. Thanks for giving me the chance to share.
Sean, those were really good tips, and they are so critical. And I think, how sometimes until you've done something yourself, they don't always resonate. But when you have, you're like, yes, that totally works. And that's exactly how it is with some of the things that Sean was explaining and that Megan was bringing up. It's powerful. And I guess I would just say, how when you're talking to your clients and you say, you don't even have to believe it'll work. Just eat the food, drink the water, let me believe for you. And in a couple of weeks when you're feeling better, then you can believe. It's kind of the same way right now with reaching out to clients. You might feel a little bit anxious or a little bit nervous on follow-ups, but we're just telling you, reach out. Believe me, people really want to change. They just don't know what to do, and they need to be invited, and they need to have an open door to see that you're approachable and reachable and you're just real in front of them. So I love those ideas. I will tell you that depending on what you want, a lot can happen in 16 hours. There can be a lot that happens in 5 hours. So many people have added several clients the last day of the month. When I say several, I'm talking even as many as like 10 or 12. So does that mean that that's probably the first time they talked with them? No. But when Sean was talking about follow-up and reaching out to them and just chatting with them and just being here makes a difference. So I would like to, number one, say, please reach out to your coach. And if your coach is not available, would you reach out to one of us who are on your leadership so that we can give you some ideas that are right for you, because a lot can happen. If you have a couple of hours, if you have 30 minutes, if you have 5 hours, tell us what you have and let's be as impactful as we can. With that being said, I would love to hear from a few of you who have maybe stepped out in fear or uncertainty, and you've seen the results come, even when you were surprised. Because we see it happening every month where someone needs one more client, or they want to help. We want to help one more client, and what that represents. And then because we step out and reach out to several all at once, it's like, oh my gosh, I have 3, I have 4, because we had a husband and wife, and then we had a sister who finally said yes because we weren't afraid. So anyone want to come off and kind of share? It doesn't have to be magical, but just share something that either is personally to you or one of your coaches.
I'll share. So the first time I went ED, I think is when I really saw that kind of magic for the first time. And I think it was the day before the last day of the month, and I woke up and I needed like 3 or 4 more clients, and I just woke up and I was like, well, guess it's not going to happen. I just felt so defeated because I don't think I had started like 4 new clients in a whole month. I was kind of more of like a slow and steady, like couple clients. I was like, how could I start 4 clients in a day when I can't even start them over a whole 30-day period? And it was funny. My mom came up to visit me. We were sitting in a coffee shop, and she was like, why don't you just do some follow-up? I'm like, why don't I? Okay, I'll just do some follow-up. I picked up my pre-client folder and started flipping through and calling every single person, even the ones that I felt like maybe had ended on like an awkward note or hadn't really like gotten off to a good start or never done like a full share. I just called them all. I left mostly messages. I got hold of 3 people and they all said yes. It was weird and awesome. And I went ED. So I guess I went from like an hour and a half of feeling totally defeated to having 3 new clients. And again, it wasn't the first time I talked to those people, but I guess don't let the emotions hold you back. Because I think that's what held me back, was feeling like there's no way, like it was so big, too far. But if you just put yourself in action and keep asking your health coaches, your business coaches for ideas, and just keep doing them and make it like a game. So I like to make the last day of the month like a game. You're just kind of all in, like, what do I have to lose? So, yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Gina Eccles she says, in some ways, not to sound crash because we're not about numbers and that kind of thing, but we just say dialing for dollars. We're just dialing, and there are statistical numbers that you guys all hear over and over. Every 5 people that we get to talk to, not voicemail, one of them is going to say yes. So if you would like to we're even talking about brand new ones. If you would like to add a few clients today, you can totally do it. It's just going to take effort on your part. So as much action as you want to put into it, and the earlier in the day that we start, the better, because if we do get a voicemail and they want to call you back during their lunch hour or after work or after the kids finish soccer or after the kids are tucked in, be available. That's when they say, hey, I could chat with you, but the kids are really busy. Well, would you like to talk tonight after that you tucked them in? Well, that might mean some of you who are on East Coast, you might be staying up till 1 a.m. because they can't talk till 10. But it's just I shouldn't say 1 a.m. because obviously your month end ends at midnight. So, but you might be staying up to 11:45, and because that's when they can talk, and it's 8:45 to them. So let us help you. We'd love to do 3-way calls with you today. And the other thing is that when you are on Facebook, keep your chat on so that you can see who's on and who's active. Believe me, if they're on chat, they are most likely just either bored or they're not very dedicated to their work but they are there and they're just like looking for chitter chatter, and great time to start a conversation. Hey, how are you? And then and you're just bringing in a little bit of life. You're bringing in a little bit of health, and you're sharing, super excited, helping a few of my clients, get started right after Memorial Day. They're ready before summer starts, or, whatever your story is. So that's what we're there for. Okay, someone else, come off and share with me some kind of miracles that we feel like are miracles that happen at the end of the month. And then we do want to address the month of June, because that's not something we want to forget. Okay, so to connect with your mentor and let them help you today, the month of June, now is the time to write out your map. If you're not senior coach, I still like for you to do map, because it still gives you some guidelines and some structure to work with. If you want to grow beyond senior coach, then the map is fabulous, because it gives you some daily action steps. It keeps your, as Sean was talking about, your top 10 clients, candidates, it keeps them in the forefront of your mind. And I look at my map every day to say, okay. And then on the back, I have my list of the people that I'm reaching out to for the month. And sometimes there's many more sheets stapled to it. Julie, please share with us.
Paul, can you hear me okay?
Yep, perfect.
Just going to share that I've done the scholarship on the last day of the month, or even in the middle of the month, just when I'm looking to get to my goals. And that has definitely been a big help, or doing a before and after kind of blitz of, maybe sharing a different before and after story throughout the day, even not on the last day, but doing it the last couple days of the month helps a lot.
Perfect. Yeah, the blitz, where you're being a little bolder, especially if people know it's a 24-hour where you're going to share every hour, and it's nice to rotate a before and after,
right?
Tip, a recipe, as Sean was saying, maybe just a personal video, and just keep rotating, and that's kind of fun. So yeah, as your map is getting ready, the main thing here is we're reaching out. We're just thinking, do we have the privilege of serving? And are we so blessed to play a small part in changing someone's life and getting to be that one who encourages them? And that's what we want to do. If any of you are on today and you can't go one-on-one with your mentor for some reason, they're not available, or your health coach, please reach out to me. I would love to help you. If you find that someone, we really don't push the scholarship too much, except for the end of the month, because sometimes it's that little they're teetering on the edge. They want to, they're afraid that it won't work. They really hope it'll work. They're going back and forth, and you just say, I have a end of the month scholarship. I think this would be nice to help you just get started. And a lot of times it's like, oh, it's only for today. And it's like that coupon that feels good. If you don't feel like you can financially do that, please reach out to myself or the Codys and or Julie, Katie, and we can help you. We can assist you with maybe just chipping in a little bit more with you, because whatever it takes, we want to do whatever it takes for someone who really wants it. We're not here to scholarship somebody and pay their whole way. They have to have skin in the game, right? That doesn't work. But we just want it. Those who are just unsure, but they really wish it would work, that's the ones we want to kind of help. Just get started. So yeah, fill out we want to see your maps if you can, even tonight. What do you want for the month of June? How many people would you like to help? Write that out and be very clear. It's your journey and your health coaching journey. If you would like to go up one level each month, that just really means helping about 5 new clients a month. That's awesome, because we know that each month there's going to be some people who something happens that they push out their B-Slim order, or some people go into transition. So we're always just, adding to the funnel and getting more and more people healthy. The other thing, we're going to give a couple of tips that Sean gave last week. Reaching out to your current clients and ask them if they would share a post on their personal Facebook page for you, or if you personally write a post, a bold post, asking them to just actually share it, or let you tag them in it, and that will go onto their page, whatever works for you. But if we can just leverage our exposure, because it's exciting to see what's happening. Okay. Reaching out. We won't always be about month end, but the last 2 weeks, it's just kind of hit like that. And it happens to be our first. So we have a lot of other subjects that we want to help you get skills on, asking questions, how to structurally coach your clients. So those type of things we'll start with next week, some actual skills. And while we're talking about it, our boot camp starts. Okay, I'm in wedding mode, can you tell? So somebody tell me the date and the time of boot camp, please.
I think I saw June 6th starts.
Yeah, I think it starts next week.
What time of the day or night?
Should start at the normal time that we have the leadership call, which is 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, and so then at 6:40 or 9:45, you'll either go into boot camp if you're a senior coach or above, or starting point if you're below that, right? You have the choice. Am I correct in that?
I think it'll start a little bit earlier. I think that they're keeping it shorter at the beginning. It's not going to be the full length of leadership call. So I think we're still waiting on the final details to come out, but yeah, you're close.
Perfect. And that's great. And because that's going to really help some of your new coaches, or some of you who are growing in your skills, you're just going to pick up little nuances, and you hear it phrased and you're like, I like that wording. Okay. And you write it down, and you kind of, start to make it your own. It's your own. But how cool is it that we are all here on it in the middle of the day? I get to fly to North Dakota and help. I just finished a huge wedding at my house 2 days ago, and now I'm in North Dakota helping my youngest son move. That's why I have bachelor stuff sitting in the background. What is that? Like Ziploc bags and popcorn poppers. I get to be where my kids are, and that's pretty rich for me. I love that. I wouldn't like to be tied to a 9-to-5 job and being limited on my hourly or salary income. I enjoy working hard. I enjoy earning a good income, and I am so fulfilled at helping so many clients and all of you. There's nothing more fun than to help you be successful. So please reach out to me today. I really, really, really want to walk beside you. And I know Sean and Megan do, Tiana does, Katie, Julie, Patty. We're here for you 100%. So use us, even to the point of you feeling like you're abusing that. That's what we're here for, especially these last couple of days. Okay. Anyone else have any parting, tips you want to leave? Or questions? That's what we're here for too. We're all growing together. There's no silly question. There's no question that you're like, everyone knows this except me.
I was toddler reasons just a few minutes late. Is there a way that you could post the 5 tips, Sean, that you talked about? Or like the 5 action steps, I think is how you phrased it. Because I think I got the last 2 or 3.
I will. I'll post them on the whole page where we have the post for this training. Yeah,
Awesome.
They're right there. So you can tag any of your coaches that you want to see it right there.
Okay, cool.
And I'll post the recording like ASAP because it is actually recording. I see the light blinking. So, okay. All right, everyone. We want to finish strong. I mean, seriously, we're getting more people healthy this month than we ever have. I mean, it's like amazing. And this is May, right? Doesn't matter. We love it. We love it. And so people want to get healthy before summer. A lot can happen by July 4th or by August when that wedding is, or even just feeling good and feeling hopeful because they're putting on skimpier clothes. They're putting on shorts and tank tops, and people feel very aware, I guess, of their bodies, and what was hidden under sweatshirts and jackets isn't anymore. And it's that reminder that, you know what, I'm going to be out camping with my kids and hiking. I really want to be part of their lives. So let's be part of assisting them. All right, everyone, have a great day. And please text us, call us, or Facebook message us. We're here for you.
Thanks, Paula.
Bye, Sean. Sean, thanks for sharing the tips. Thanks, Megan. Thanks, Ty. All of you who participated.